Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Let's talk about Raw. But before that, do subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification so you're updated with my content. I'm gonna try and do this more often, obviously we all have things to do in life, but I'm gonna be doing this more regularly. So yeah, Raw this week. Let's get to it. So this week's Raw compared to last week's Raw was a bit calm. One major development is the fact that the Gunther versus Finn Balor match will now be Gunther versus Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. Also, the New Day segment was great tonight, or last night rather. They were booed basically out of the ring, never getting the opportunity to explain what they did last week. We also get a very weird booking of the Wyatt Six, which I'll get into. So we start off the show with Gunther coming out to the ring. He basically just gives a promo against Finn Balor. Naturally, obviously, Finn Balor also comes out and we have a back and forth between Finn Balor and Gunther. What I liked about this is how we have two heels going at it. Yet within the realm of heels, most people are on the side of Gunther. I like when things like this happen because gray is sometimes better than just pure white or pure black. Plus, a lot of what Gunther says actually makes sense to me. A side of me was starting to sense perhaps a Gunther face turn, especially when Damian Priest basically came out at the right time to attack Finn. However, out of nowhere, Gunther then attacks Damian, thereby making me realize that there's not going to be any face turn happening at this moment. Backstage then, Adam Pearce announces the triple threat match of Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and Gunther at Saturday night's main event. I'm gonna predict a Gunther win here. I just don't see him losing, especially to Finn Balor or Damian Priest. Especially Finn Balor, because he just hasn't really been pushed in that direction where he seems like a dominant force who could take on and defeat Gunther. He's just not really deserving of the World Heavyweight Championship title at this time, I feel. And Gunther is just going to be the champion for a very long time. We then have the Wyatt Six versus the Final Testament and Miz. It was a good match, although the Wyatt Six lost. Is the WWE unintentionally making the Wyatt Six lose steam? Do they still seem badass? I keep going back to their debut, which presented them as ruthless with just some supernatural elements to it. To me, long story short, the Wyatt Six can't just lose like this. It hurts the gimmick, right? At the end of the day, the Wyatt Six is, at some level, it's a gimmick, right? Maybe that's just me, but that's how I feel. Ideally, anyone who is targeted by the Wyatt Six should feel horrified, and the audience should be convinced that they are about to be taken out completely and just screwed. That is the Wyatt Six gimmick. Kind of like the dong of The Undertaker at some level, right? Holy shit, what just happened? I'm not a fan of things just losing momentum. I really hope the WWE fixes this and makes it more interesting. Then we have a sit-down interview by Punk, which basically means these fans didn't get to see CM Punk live. He talks about Seth Rollins and how he doesn't understand why Seth Rollins hates him so much, what problem Seth Rollins has with him. Later in the night, Seth Rollins comes out to the ring and gives his side of the story, saying how basically CM Punk ghosted him after he left the WWE. He accuses CM Punk of basically burning a bunch of bridges with everything outside of the WWE, which is why he's ultimately back to the WWE because of the money. He basically gives a hint that CM Punk is money hungry. Then Sami Zayn comes out and he apologizes to Seth for assuming that he took out Jey Uso backstage. After a bit of back and forth, they separate in seemingly good terms. Drew McIntyre then attacks Sami Zayn as he goes backstage. So it's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn at Saturday night's main event. By the way, it's Drew who attacked Jey Uso backstage. We get a little video of Drew basically admitting this. We get an extremely predictable match of Dakota Kai versus Liv Morgan. Not much to say about this. Liv Morgan wins. Then there's a showdown between Pure Collective Fusion, who attack Dakota Kai, but then Damage Control come out to the rescue. Morgan manages to hit Io Sky with an Oblivion. As we know, it's Liv Morgan versus Io Sky at Saturday night's main event. It will be a fun, athletic match, and I'm pretty sure Liv Morgan will retain her title. So about the video of Drew McIntyre. This happened before the Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn promo, after which Sami was attacked by Drew McIntyre. In the video, Drew talks about being gone due to injuries and having to be with his family in Scotland. Then he saw CM Punk, Sami Zayn, and the Usos standing tall with Roman Reigns. He says at least Punk took a bribe, but the other three just did what Reigns told them to do. That's why he took out Jay and Sami last week, and now he's coming for more revenge. So that's Drew McIntyre's story, which I kind of find pretty random. It's like everyone is angry with those associating themselves with Roman Reigns. It gets a bit repetitive, does it not? Can many heels have the same reasoning to be a heel? Kevin Owens pissed at Cody for siding with Roman. Seth Rollins pissed at everyone who sides with Roman Reigns. Randy Orton, before getting injured, gave a hint of him being upset with Cody for the same reason. Now Drew McIntyre angry at all those who side with Roman. Why is this one of the main arcs these days? Either way, I'm a fan of Drew, and I'm curious to see where we go from here. I think Drew will manage to beat Sami Zayn at Saturday night's main event. I just see a heel Drew winning this match. So Cody is on Raw, we see him backstage just like how we saw Gunther last week on SmackDown. They are going to be switching brands, which means Cody will have to deal with CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and others who are eyeing the belt. You know, at this moment, it seems like CM Punk is the only one who's clearly focused on the championship belt, while the rest are just crying, "Oh my god, why did you team with Roman Reigns, blah blah blah." We get the Women's Intercontinental Title Tournament first round of Selena Vega versus Ivy Nile versus Lyra Valkyria. A fun match where all three had their moments. Lyra Valkyria gets the win as I predicted. I think she might go all the way. Now to the New Day segment. The beauty of this segment is how naturally it seemed like the audience had a role to play. The New Day come out to massive boos. The audience don't even give them the chance to speak. Boos, boos, and just boos. Eventually they just get up and leave. This was a great moment. I love the heat. They received the Dom Mysterio treatment. You can really tell that the audience is very much invested in this track. Now the WWE just needs to successfully build upon this. The main event is Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez. This was a fantastic match with some chairs and table action. Obviously, Liv Morgan gets involved, especially since this is an anything goes match. Considering that though, Io Sky also gets involved. After some pretty solid fighting, Rhea manages to win after sending Rodriguez through a table. This show ends with Rhea and Io standing tall, both holding a side of Liv's championship belt. Some interesting foreshadowing here, but I don't see Io beating Liv. It would be one hell of a surprise if it happens. But the Liv-Rhea rivalry isn't over yet. I don't think they're gonna stretch it till WrestleMania, but it's not over yet. They might stretch it to WrestleMania. I don't know, right? Neither do you guys. Anyways, guys, that's that. That's my Raw review. Lots to look forward to, guys. We have Royal Rumble, we have the Elimination Chamber, we have Saturday night's main event this weekend. Things are really heating up on our way to WrestleMania 41. Let's just hope things cook further, things get more interesting, there's nothing stale, nothing repetitive, things don't get too redundant. I want some twists, some excitement, certain things out of the box. Keep us intrigued and engaged in this product, Triple H. Make it happen. So that's that, guys. Till next time, peace out, and do subscribe, guys. Help me grow my channel. Alright, peace out.